Dear brothers and sisters, in this video, we're discussing the Congregation Bible Study for this week, November 17th to 23rd, 2025. We extend you a warm welcome. In this one, we're considering Lesson 36 entitled Jephthah's Promise. And again, the cycle, the Israelites again abandoned Jehovah and began to worship false gods. For some reason, they have this delight worshipping false gods. When the Ammonites attacked and fought the Israelites, those false gods did nothing to help them. For many years, the Israelites suffered the consequences of this decision. Finally, they said to Jehovah, "We have sinned against you. Please save us from our enemies." They recognized their mistake, their fault, and the Israelites did something more. They destroyed their idols and began to worship Jehovah again. Jehovah was observing their behavior, their reaction, their heart, genuine repentance, and Jehovah didn't want to see them continue to suffer. So he moved things and he chose a warrior named Jephthah. He was chosen to lead people in battle against the Ammonites. And he was certain and said to Jehovah, "If you help us win this battle, I promise that when I return home, I'll give you the first person who comes out of my house to meet me." Now, this was an impulsive promise, and of course, his intention was genuine and he was sincere, but he didn't think twice, and he should, because the main question was, who will be this person who will meet him later? And Jehovah listened to Jephthah's prayer and helped him win the battle. When Jephthah returned home, the first person to come out to meet him was his daughter, his only child. So as we can see in this image, we can see his reaction, his face, the feeling of frustration, and his daughter, she ignores why he's so bad, so down, and she was dancing and playing the tambourine, and he remembered his promise and said, "Oh no, my daughter, you have broken my heart," and she can't figure out what's going on. And he said to her, "I made a promise to Jehovah to keep it. I must send you to serve at the tabernacle in Shiloh." But his daughter said to him, "Father, if you made a promise to Jehovah, you must keep it. All I ask is that I can spend 2 months in the mountains with my female friends. Then I'll go." Jephthah's daughters served faithfully at the tabernacle for the rest of her life. Every year, her friends went to Shiloh to visit her. So we can learn practical and important lessons from this account. For example, Jehovah is a merciful God. He was observing the situation of his people, and once they show repentance, genuine and sincere repentance, he forgave them, and he received them again. So we could use this example in the ministry, or when we're trying to encouraging someone to return to Jehovah, to the congregation, how Jehovah is receiving those who are truly repentant. Now, on the other side, we observe their reaction. They recognize their mistake, they recognize their sin, but on the other side, they destroyed their idols. So if a person says he's repentant, he must do something about to show his repentance, like destroying certain idols, certain actions, certain behaviors. Jephthah kept his word, kept his promise. Not many people today kept their word, but Jehovah truly values when someone keeps his word, keep his promise. In certain way, we have made certain vows to Jehovah, like our dedication vow is very important. On the other side, we learn the importance of thinking twice before making a promise, because sometimes if we're impulsive and we don't have good thinking, we could do something in a certain moment bad, and later we'll regret about our decision. So we must be careful before opening our mouth. And parents may use this example to teach their children to keep their word in minor and big matters. Being loyal in minor matters, being loyal in bigger matters. Now, we read that certain friends of his daughter were supporting visiting her during the year at a tabernacle. This is a good lesson to us. If we know certain friends who are serving in different places, we could support them. We could show some love. We could share with them a call, a note, a text, practical help, etc. And of course, this is very important. If this person is our relative, is part of our family, we must support him through words and kind actions. There are brothers in the congregation, brothers and sisters who been making certain sacrifices to serve Jehovah. We must support them through words, through practical help. And sometimes when we are participating in the service door to door or conducting a Bible study, we find certain people, or maybe in an informal environment, someone who feels under the weather because his conscience, because the person is aware about his situation before Jehovah, the person is been practicing grave sin. But we could use this example to show the person that there is hope. There is hope to reach truly repentance. And Jehovah, at this moment, is waiting those who are distant of him. Okay, friends, thank you so much for joining us in this consideration of the Congregation Bible Study for this week. We hope you have a wonderful day and hope to see you in our next video. Bye for now.